My sister wants me to be her surrogate. Summary: the author, 28, has a deeply strained relationship with her older sister Angela, 30, who has always been competitive and cruel. Angela sabotaged the author's life, copying her interests, stealing boyfriends, spreading lies, and even sharing an intimate photo to humiliate her. Their parents always favored Angela, ignoring the author's complaints and eventually kicking her out after high school based on Angela's false claims of abuse. The author has had minimal contact with her parents since, and they've shown no interest in her 3 children. Recently, Angela suffered a miscarriage and is infertile. The author's mother reached out after years of silence, asking her to send Angela condolences. The author, still hurt by years of mistreatment, feels no sympathy and is glad Angela is suffering. In an update, the author learns from a cousin that Angela and their mother plan to manipulate her into attending family events to pressure her into becoming Angela's surrogate, using her husband's sperm for a tall, blue-eyed child. They intend to cut her off again afterward. Disgusted, the author cuts all ties and vows to get a restraining order if they approach her. Update: 3 days later, the author is touched by supportive comments validating her childhood experiences, as many dismissed her as exaggerating. She blocked her parents after their message and later blocked relatives who called her heartless for not responding. A cousin revealed that Angela called the author an ungrateful abuser for not talking to their mom. The family wants to invite the author to events to manipulate her into surrogacy, with Angela specifically wanting her husband's sperm. They plan to use her for a year, then cut her off. Angela refused adoption, calling it raising trash. The author is done with them, considers them no longer family, and will seek a restraining order if they approach. My take: Angela's behavior is textbook narcissistic abuse, competing, sabotaging, and manipulating to maintain control. The parents enabling her while neglecting the author is heartbreaking and likely amplified Angela's entitlement. The surrogacy plan is beyond vile. Treating the author like a rentable incubator is dehumanizing, and the sperm request is creepy and unethical. The author's anger and lack of sympathy are understandable after years of torment. Cutting contact is the healthiest move, as this family shows no remorse and continues to manipulate. Advice: maintain no contact, your right to cut ties. This family has proven toxic. Angela's abuse, your parents' favoritism, and their surrogacy scheme show they only value you for what you can give. Block any new attempts at contact and save messages for evidence. Restraining order: if anyone shows up or harasses you, follow through with the restraining order. Document everything: texts, calls, voicemails, as you did in the past. Given Angela's history of lying and manipulation, she might escalate. Protect your family: ensure your husband and kids are aware of the situation, age appropriately for the kids. Angela targeting your husband's sperm is alarming. Keep him informed and consider security measures like cameras if you suspect they know your address. Therapy: the pain of your family's rejection and Angela's abuse runs deep. Therapy can help process this and strengthen your resolve to keep them out. It's also a space to cope with any guilt about feeling satisfied with Angela's suffering. Lean on your chosen family. Your husband and kids are your true family. Focus on them and supportive friends like your cousin, who gave you the heads up. Build connections with those who value you for you. Legal consultation: consult a lawyer about the surrogacy pressure. Even if you've cut contact, their plan to manipulate you into such a serious decision could have legal implications. Protect yourself from future coercion. You're not a terrible person for feeling satisfied. Angela tormented you for years, and your parents enabled it. Your reaction is human, and you're not obligated to forgive or help someone who's hurt you so deeply. Stay strong and prioritize your peace. Story 2: My fiancé's meltdown over a vagina diagram. Summary: the author, a 22-year-old medical student, and his fiancée Annie, also 22, have been together for 6 years. Both dreamed of becoming doctors, but while the author got into a top medical school with a scholarship, Annie was rejected from all programs, including their state university, due to average grades and limited research experience. She took a gap year to improve her resume and moved with him, working part-time in retail. One evening, while studying anatomy, Annie saw a vagina diagram in his textbook and flipped out, accusing him of being a pervert. She threw her engagement ring at him, cried, and left to stay with a friend, demanding he quit medical school or find a job that doesn't involve looking at vaginas.
Confused, as Annie was usually rational and unbothered by things like porn, he suspects her reaction stems from deeper issues.
Her friend called him a jerk, and Annie isn't responding. He loves her but won't abandon his dream.
Update: the author confronted Annie, intending to break up. She was drunk and admitted the vagina diagram wasn't the issue.
She was jealous because two of his friends dropped out of college for a tech startup that sold for millions, living lavish lives. Annie wanted him to quit medical school for a high-paying bank job, $150,000 per year, so they wouldn't live like broke losers. She also confessed she never wanted to be a doctor, only said so to align with his dreams. Her application strategy, only elite schools, was a facade. He ended the relationship and told her not to contact him. She's staying with her friend while they figure out how to separate.
My take: Annie's meltdown was a projection of her insecurities and envy.
Failing to get into medical school while the author succeeded, coupled with his friend's financial success, likely made her feel inferior. Her demand to quit his dream career was manipulative, and her admission about lying regarding her own aspirations shows a lack of authenticity in their relationship.
The vagina diagram was just a convenient excuse to lash out.
Breaking up was the right call, her behavior was controlling and unsustainable.
Advice: stick to your decision, ending the relationship was wise.
Annie's attempt to derail your career and her dishonesty about her goals show you're not compatible long-term.
Don't let guilt or nostalgia pull you back.
Focus on your goals. You're in a top medical school with a scholarship, don't let anyone sabotage that.
Stay committed to your dream of becoming a doctor.
Set boundaries: since Annie's staying with a friend, coordinate through a neutral party, if needed, to handle logistics like moving out.
Avoid direct contact to prevent emotional manipulation.
Check on your mental health. This breakup is tough, especially after 6 years.
Consider talking to a counselor or trusted friend to process it.
Medical school is grueling, so prioritize self-care. Watch for red flags. Annie's friend calling you a jerk suggests she's buying Annie's narrative.
Be cautious if Annie spreads false stories to mutual contacts. Clarify your side calmly if needed. Move forward, you're young and have a bright future.
When you're ready, you'll find someone who supports your ambitions and shares your values, not someone who resents your success. You're not wrong for prioritizing your dream. Annie's reaction was irrational and rooted in her own failures, not your actions.
Stay focused and don't let her drag you down. Story 3: my girlfriend went on our first date out of pity.
Summary: the author, 28, has been with his girlfriend, 31, for 3 years. He was infatuated with her in high school, where everyone knew about his crush. Too shy to ask her out then, he reconnected with her at a friend's birthday party years later. They hit it off, started dating, and now discuss marriage. During a dinner with her best friend and her husband, the friend drunkenly revealed that the girlfriend only went on their first date out of pity, planning to gently reject him after a few dates. She changed her mind after feeling a real connection.
The girlfriend confirmed this, crying and apologizing, saying she didn't want to hurt him by rejecting him outright. The author is hurt but loves her and doesn't want to ruin their great relationship.
Update: 2 days later the friend apologized for her tactless comment, saying she was drunk and wanted to feel like a matchmaker. The author thanked her for pushing his girlfriend to give him a chance. He then talked openly with his girlfriend, who explained she hesitated because his intense crush made her uncomfortable, especially since he was younger and idealized her. She thought he might be weird but agreed to a few dates to let him down gently. After the first date, she felt genuine chemistry and fell for him, saying she now loves him more than he ever loved her. They went to the restaurant of their first date, rekindling their connection, and planned to pick out an engagement ring soon. My take: the friend's drunken comment was thoughtless and meant to inflate her own ego, but it doesn't negate the genuine love in the relationship now.
The girlfriend's initial pity doesn't diminish the fact that she chose to stay after discovering real chemistry.
The author's hurt is valid. Learning you were a pity date stings, but their open conversation shows maturity and strength in their bond.
This isn't a deal breaker unless he lets it fester. Advice: let it go. Your girlfriend was honest, and her feelings evolved into real love. Focus on the present. Your relationship is stronger than you imagined. Don't let a past intention overshadow that. Communicate openly, you handled the conversation well. Keep this honesty going. If you're still hurt, tell her calmly she seems receptive and wants to make it right. Appreciate the friend's role, her pushy matchmaking worked out, even if her delivery was clumsy. Let her know you're grateful but set boundaries if she's prone to oversharing. Move toward your future, planning to pick out a ring is exciting. Focus on building your life together. This incident is a blip in an otherwise great relationship. Reflect on your confidence, your high school crush was intense, but you've grown into someone your girlfriend loves deeply. Own that you're not the pity case anymore. Consider couples counseling. If this keeps bothering you, a few sessions can help you process and ensure it doesn't undermine your engagement. You're not wrong to feel hurt, but your relationship sounds solid. Her initial reluctance doesn't define what you have now. Congratulations on the upcoming engagement.